Sometimes you can find yourself in a conversation where somebody will be like, yeah, so who raised you? Or, you know, like, who taught you what you know? And it's framed as who? Who raised me? This landscape, without question, is what raised me. My grandparents moved into Paradise Valley in the early 1950s, and they fell in love with this place when they saw it.
Yellowstone is getting ready to celebrate its official 150th anniversary. But really, the archaeological record shows that Native people have been here for over 12,600 years. It's always been a nexus for nations from all four directions.
Yellowstone is more than just the park. There's a lot of ranches that are around Yellowstone because of being able to go into it and see it and experience it.
Yellowstone is a place because of people. And so there's a intentionality to Yellowstone, that it's people that have determined it as worthy of protection. And the idea that it's protected for future generations.
Our family goes back several hundred years, and Yellowstone, at this moment in time, it means that I'm just a steward of Yellowstone Park. It's like nowhere else on earth.
For some people, Yellowstone might just be a place, a vacation spot, but I think for so many other people, it's a place that is historically and culturally important to them, where traditions of people play out every day and new traditions are created.
All the things in the universe have special life force to them. This wondrous place, Native people, I think, view it as spiritually charged. There are 27 nations that are closely affiliated with Yellowstone and consider it to be part of their homeland. For the Crow people, we really believe that this is a place that has that spirit about it. That's the reason why we see all these amazing features here.
This ranch has been in my family for about 75 years now, and very much a multi-generational thing, as my grandfather and father and now myself are continuing it on.
Tradition is very important to our family. And that's the thing we try to keep the most, is to make it stay exactly how they remember it.
Here at the ranch and with our family, holding on to those older traditions and showing people a way of life that many experienced years and years ago, but has kind of gone by the wayside in today's modern world.
To see the mountains and see some of the trees change, but basically it's the same, and that's what everybody says about here. It's like time stood still. All that feeling comes back.
The thing that makes me keep coming back after more than 2 decades of photography and filmmaking is the magic of the place. It's the wildlife everywhere, around every corner. Yellowstone is a place where the natural story of our country plays out every day through its protections.
Just over there is Yellowstone Park, just past that horizon there. The park is this incredibly important place, physical, geographical location for not just refuge, but for the sustenance for wildlife, for all the life that's more than human.
There is no boundaries to national parks. The wildlife that move in and out, I mean, it's an imaginary man-made line.
Some of our greatest challenges, while there's still wildlife challenges, are how do we manage all the people?
As somebody who grew up here, I always associated the park as a community of wildlife, not necessarily a community of people.
With 5 million visitors this year, it's really important to adapt to that change in the least impactful way to the park.
There are becoming fewer and fewer corners of the whole world where wildlife can just be wildlife.
We all draw on nature. Whether it's a small patch of trees in the middle of a city or as a national park as well. We need to hand that to our future generations.
Yellowstone Park is also a place of healing and a place that we do come full circle and feel like the future generations will be able to come here. We can engage once again as a circle between animals and people. They'll be known that their ancestors were here for thousands of years.
Partnerships are incredibly important to maintaining Yellowstone. Organizations like NPCA, tribal groups, they all play a role, just like the visitors play a role, just like the people whose homes and ranches and businesses are just beyond the boundaries of the national park. They all play a role. We're all partners in protecting and taking responsibility for this place. When we celebrate 150 years, the question I think of is, what are the next 150 years looking like?